because I'm a bitch, he will report me tonight.
Stop lying. I never said that. Let's keep it up.
Report me tonight.
You're done. Now you gotta leave the airport. You have to leave the airport now. You've been trespassed. I'm asking you to leave the airport. If you don't leave, you're gonna be subject to arrest. I'm giving you one warning. You have to leave. You're gonna get it back in the car. You have to.
Take me.
No. No, please don't. Please don't. Please don't.
I want to see my...
Listen, I'll force you in this car.
Please, let me...
If you give me other no recourse, I will.
On the evening of September 9th, 2023, the Orlando Police Department responded to the Southwest Airlines ticket counter at Orlando International Airport after a call about an agitated passenger denied boarding over a missed flight. Delayed for weather the day before, the woman had been denied the last seat to Houston. What follows is the body-worn camera footage as officers tried to defuse the situation before airport officials issued a trespass warning. The first officer arrives and is briefed by airline staff. The passenger, who appears intoxicated, was denied boarding after arguing with a Southwest manager. A customer service dispute has now escalated into a potential breach of the peace. The officer's opening move is textbook de-escalation. So's. He separates the parties, asks her to step aside, and repeatedly tells her to relax and take a breath. So far, no command restricts her speech, only her ability to keep disrupting the counter. Under Florida law, officers responding to a disturbance have wide latitude to issue lawful commands meant to restore order. He is asking only that she lower the temperature long enough for the airline to do business with the other travelers.
Hello.
How you doing?
Is it...
Can you get his book for this young lady's being denied boarding for intoxicated and unruly?
Yeah.
And
Thank
she doesn't
you.
want to
I'm
hear it.
so glad you're here.
I'll talk to you in a minute. Let me talk to him first.
I offered her to rebook her, and
No, you didn't.
I just said I'm going to talk to him first, and I'll talk to you.
Okay.
Relax.
I offered to rebook her, and she just went off. So I denied her boarding. She's not going.
Okay, but are you gonna rebook it for tomorrow?
No.
So you don't want to do business with her anymore?
I mean, there's no flight. There's no seats to Houston anyway.
All right. So you're gonna refund her?
I told her I would refund her.
No, you didn't.
Is there any flight that has 2 seats available for tomorrow?
Just relax a little bit. Just relax. It's nothing to get worked over. You got 100 other airlines here. Okay?
We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there.
You just need to calm down, and
What's
that's it.
What's the best option for tomorrow with 2 seats?
I need to get home to my kids tonight.
Can you just calm her down?
I asked.
We got delayed because of Southwest last night.
Is there any flight that has 2?
And he says because I'm a bitch, he will
I
report
never
me
said that.
tonight.
Stop lying. I never said that.
Hey, let's keep it up.
Report me tonight.
There's no other flights. There's no flights.
She's not going. I'm sorry.
Is there 2 seats tomorrow?
No,
I gotta get to my kids.
You guys can take the business.
I gotta get to my kids.
Please, if there's a 2-seat tomorrow, let's start from there.
I don't want to go tomorrow. I want to go
You like I've
tonight.
asked about 5
I
times.
just asked you, calm her down so he can do business with you.
We're gonna.
Who's this lady to you?
Just listen.
Put her over there and just have her calm down.
Take a second. Can we have a second?
She doesn't want to listen. You see, that's your problem, is that you got this attitude. You need to just bring it down, listen to your husband or whoever he is, and go over there and calm down.
Let's just take a
Okay?
second.
Relax, take a breath, and walk over there.
I'm ready.
Don't bring the attitude over here with me.
Are you ready
Let's reset.
to come see how he talks to me
just go over there.
as a customer?
Just go over there.
Let's reset.
No, I'll stay here.
Listen. Listen to me. That actually twice already. Bring her over there, have her air out, and then you deal with her.
I got kids. I gotta get the home.
Okay, but go over there. They're not gonna do business with you. When you're talking like
All
that.
that has to happen.
We're gonna work
All that has to happen is a transaction.
Ma'am,
Come over
can
here.
I talk to you over here? I want to hear your story. I want to hear your story.
I'll tell you right here. I'll tell you right here. I will tell you right here.
Right, man, listen,
business.
Let's talk right here.
I'm trying to.
If she keeps acting up, then we're gonna
I
trespass
need
her.
to go the home.
Okay, so you need to go find another airline.
We are.
Well, that's what we've been asking.
No, you're not dealing with
Even if
Southwest.
it takes this airline or another airline.
I'm gonna call.
Ask Jose.
Let me get on the phone.
Yeah.
You need to give her
That's
water.
not, we've already paid in full. We are like,
You've been refunded.
like the top status.
She needed to interject, man. She's like close.
I appreciate
She's getting close.
Man, I appreciate it. I really, really, really appreciate your patience on this. This will all calm
So just talk to her. Don't talk to me anymore. I'm done.
It's all
So
calming
we
down.
spent on
It's
this
all calming down.
$1 million.
I know, it's all calming down.
Airline, and you're telling me, look at me, Jose.
It's all calming
Send
down.
us the money.
It's all calming down. It's all calming down. Hey, look
We're
at
not
me. Look at me. Look at me.
companion pass people. We have over $100,000 on this airline.
Man, listen to me. You need to calm down because you gotta
You're
get...
right out of gas.
Okay, but you need to
I
calm
can't
down.
calm down.
Come here.
Gas.
I know. I got it. I got it.
I need to go home.
I know.
This is the second fucking day.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
This is the second day. This is
I
airline.
know. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Get us home.
I will. I will. I will. I'll get
Get
us
us home.
I will
Don't
get it.
fucking touch me.
I will
Get
get
us
us
home.
I will get us home.
This is the second.
My
this
job.
is the 48th. This is the 50th
My
hour.
job.
I've been away.
My
Then
job.
Turn around.
My job.
Get it
You need
done.
to calm
My job.
down.
I will
You're gonna get
You have
trespassed.
kids?
I will
You have
get it.
kids?
You're gonna get
You
I
have
will
kids?
take care
You're
of
gonna have to
this.
find other...
You have kids?
Yes,
You're pushing
I
your
will,
patience.
honey. I will
You're
take
pushing
care
your
of
patience.
this.
Push your-
Okay, baby, I will take
Guess
care
what?
of this.
Then
Relax.
do it.
I will. I got it. I
Then
got it.
do it.
I got it. Let's step over there and let's do it. Let's do it. We got this. We got this. We got it.
Her grievance is consistent. She wants to get home to her children, but her delivery undermines her. She directs profanity and personal slurs at the manager, identified on scene only as Jose, while officers try to keep the conversation on track. Crucially, offensive speech is constitutionally protected. In City of Houston versus Hill, the Supreme Court struck down a law punishing those who interrupt police, holding that the freedom to challenge officers marks a free society, not a crime. A man with her companion, keeps assuring officers he can calm her, saying he has got this. His instinct is sound. A trusted person is often the best de-escalation tool. But his attempts produce no change and the disturbance continues. Now the officer gives a clear, escalating warning. He tells her she is disturbing the peace, is disturbing to see, and that the airport authority can trespass her from the property. This is the pivot from a service dispute to a genuine law enforcement matter. Florida statute. Section 856.011 covers disorderly intoxication, a person intoxicated in public who causes a disturbance. Section 877.03 covers breach of the peace. She is being placed on notice. Florida's breach of peace law is narrow. In State versus Saunders, the state Supreme Court limited Section 877.03 to fighting words or acts that incite an immediate breach of peace, so ordinary rudeness does not qualify. Under Florida statute Section 810.08, staying in a structure after a lawful warning to leave is trespass. The airport is secured property, run by the Aviation Authority, so once that warning is refused, officers gain probable cause.
We got
I have.
No.
Stop. Don't push me. Don't push me.
I'm not touching you.
Because at this point,
Go home.
Stop. I got
listen,
this.
no.
I got this.
Because at this point, you're causing a disturbance, and you're disturbing the peace here.
No, I am.
Listen,
I got
You're right. No, I
I
am.
got this.
if you continue with this behavior, the airport authority is going to trespass you from the
I
airport.
want
And
to
we're
go home.
listen.
I know.
We're
You don't
working on
want
that.
from
But
here.
right now,
Please, guys, don't.
instead of getting home, you're going to find yourself going to jail, and we're trying to avoid that.
I know.
We're
And
trying
this
to
isn't an
help
airport,
you.
Peach.
So
We can't
I'm
have
asking
this
you to come
happen.
down here,
We
take a couple
can't
breaths,
have this.
allow me
Let's
to
just
help,
breathe.
please.
These guys will help.
That's what I'm
us,
trying to do.
okay?
I got this. I'm trying to help you.
We got this.
So I need you to take some deep breaths, because what I really don't want to do is take you to jail. But you're working that, you're going that avenue, and that's going to avoid. I understand you. I got kids too. He has kids. I understand what it means to have kids. But your behavior, what you're doing right now is going to you're disturbing the peace right now. That's what you're doing. And if you really want to go get to see your kids, you do anything possible to go see those kids. So I'm asking you to come over here with me so I can work with you. But you're so out of control right now. No, listen.
You live here in Florida.
Why would you get stuff? Let's go over here. Let's get over here.
Just take your stuff and go over here.
This is about to happen.
I want to go home and take this to my kids.
We're going to get there this way. This is the only way.
You're gonna go
No one's doing that.
You're right. I'm crazy. I want to get to my kids.
We're gonna get there. This is the way we get there. This is the way we get
This
there.
is the way corporate America says, oh, don't be crazy.
Honey, this is the way we get there.
Listen to me. Right now, she's going to be trespassed. Listen to me. I don't have options. I don't have options. Now, listen to me. I don't have a choice. These guys. Listen to what I'm telling you. Stop saying. Please don't. That's your problem. You guys over here drinking, acting stupid. Listen to me. She's the freaking airport authority, right? She doesn't want you guys in the airport anymore because you guys are causing a disturbance. People, so now you guys are going to be asked to leave. If she doesn't leave, I'm going to arrest her.
I got you. I understand.
Rather than moving straight to handcuffs, officers keep offering off-ramps. They suggest another airline, and even the airport in Fort Lauderdale. Offering real alternatives shows their goal is voluntary compliance, not punishment. An airport authority official now formally issues the trespass. She is barred from Orlando International Airport for 1 year. The officer puts it plainly, leave now, or be subject to arrest. He tells her this is the one warning she will get. Every element of trespass after warning is now satisfied. Lawful authority, a clear order to leave and a refusal to comply. The officer warns that refusing means the back of his patrol car. But she keeps pleading about her children. Emotionally, this is the hardest stretch of footage. A mother insisting she only wants to get home. But the legal analysis does not turn on sympathy. Once a lawful order to leave is refused, the authority to arrest is sought firmly established. Concentration. She casts at. The officer asks whether she has been drinking, and she admits to a drink earlier that day. That admission speaks to the intoxication element, though officers ultimately anchor the arrest on the refused trespass warning fact rather than on alcohol alone. No at. The arrest is made. Officers altas guide her and direct to stand her into the patrol vehicle. Verbal direction and light want is minimal, with no strikes and no takedown, with light physical guidance as she resists with words rather than with her body. Under Graham versus Connor, force is judged for reasonableness from the view of an officer on scenes, sense weighing the offense misdemeanors for a non-vet and resistance. Resisting only verbally. This level of force is clearly reasonable. Atwater versus City of Lago Vista adds that the Fourth Amendment allows a full custodial arrest even for a minor offense, as long as probable cause exists. So arresting a nonviolent trespasser with minimal force is constitutionally sound. As Nat, with the passenger secured, officers also direct her companion to leave the terminal. An encounter that began as a missed flight dispute ends in an arrest and a year-long trespass. At nearly every step, officers offered a path away from handcuffs.
But obviously, you don't have no control of her. You don't, because she's not listening to anything to you.
We also received a call from a passenger saying that they could hear some action and yelling.
Come with me now. No. Come with me now. We're out.
I want to go home to my children.
I know you do. We're out. We're out. She's watching. We're out. Come on. I know you're upset.
She's like, this girl.
Officially trespassed from the Orlando International Airport.
I would like to officially file a restraining order on Mr. Jose.
The expiration date.
You're right.
1 year.
1 year?
Yes, 1 year.
It's 1 year.
Don't go back over there.
We can't go to this airport.
Do not go
I
back
don't
over
have
there.
anything.
Go back over there. Listen to me. You're done. Now you gotta leave the airport. You have to leave the airport now. You've been trespassed. I'm asking you to leave the airport. If you don't leave, you're going to be subject to arrest. I'm giving you one warning. That's it. It's over. Find another airline, and that's it.
Come here. You're going to take it to another one. Go get a rental car, right?
Why aren't you open to reasoning? Why can't you step out of the...
Because I have kids.
I understand that, but you're going to get arrested. Is it worth it?
Let's stop.
Yes.
No. Come here. Come here.
Yes.
Come here. No.
Come
It's
here.
been 2 days I haven't been home with my kids because of Southwest.
I'm sure somebody...
I'm just trying to go to
We're going to go to Mike and Colleen's right now.
How are you going to go home?
They live in Fort Lauderdale.
I know. We can't get to Houston tonight.
They live in Fort Lauderdale. This is 2 hours
We
from
can't
me.
get there.
I'm 2 hours away from my
You
kids.
can't get there. It's impossible. It's impossible.
I'm not going to Fort Lauderdale. Just 2 hours the wrong way.
But there's an airport there. There's an airport there.
Are you going to leave? Are you going to leave?
There's an airport there.
Are you
I'm trying to
leaving?
go home.
I know, there's an airport in Fort Lauderdale. Come on.
I can go 2 hours
Are
to
you gonna
Fort
leave?
Lauderdale.
Are you gonna leave?
I'm gonna leave here
No, you're
on
not.
the flight I
You're not
booked
leaving
to
here.
go home
not.
to Texas.
That's not gonna
to
happen.
Texas
Are you gonna leave? I'm asking
with
you to
my
leave.
kids. And Jose
Are you gonna leave?
doesn't
Keith.
like how emotional
Are you going to
I am.
leave?
We have to leave. You're going to get it in the back of a car. We have to go.
Take me.
No. No, please don't. Please don't. Please.
I want to see my kids.
Well, you're not gonna see him tonight.
Take me.
Let me see another.
Your ride's gonna be 48 hours.
You want to see your kids? It's not gonna be tonight. Just hold on to it. I'm gonna get my car.
My
I'm
kids.
gonna get it for trespass.
My kids in Texas.
We're past that.
Cold. So this is gonna be another night. I want to go with my kids in Texas. Jose. Good for you, Jose. I want to see my kids. Thanks so much. Will you just stay? I want to go home to Texas.
I understand that. We tried to help and assist with that. We tried to be patient.
How?
tried to
By
be patient.
telling me to stay another night in Florida?
No, I asked you multiple times to come over here and speak to me so that we can talk to
You
you.
didn't look
Yes,
at
I
me.
did.
You said you wouldn't even look at me in my eyes.
Well, I looked you in your eyes for sure.
You looked at me
You
for
overtalked
two
me.
seconds.
You overtalked me. You overspoke me.
I have kids.
I'm trying to help you.
You have kids.
I understand you have kids.
You have kids.
I understand. Yes, I have kids.
Then-
You're not
then-
doing anything to
then
help.
you
You're not doing anything to help yourself to
I'm
get to your
here
kids.
for work. I'm
I
here
understand.
for work.
That's good.
I'm trying to.
Unfortunately, Southwest was unable to
Look
help
at
you and
me.
accommodate you.
Look at me.
Unfortunately, Southwest was unable to accommodate you at this time. My job is going to go above and beyond, try to help you guys find another airline or another way to be able to get home. And instead, you wanted to argue with the Southwest, who was not going to help
I'm
you today.
not Southwest. I didn't argue with
I said
anybody.
you were arguing with Southwest. You were arguing with the manager.
Who's the manager?
The person you were speaking with.
Who?
Jose. The one you're so mad at.
Dude, he was like,
See,
oh, I ain't
that's-
gonna
that's
try to
not-
talk to
see,
you.
that's not cool.
He called me a f***ing bitch. Do you know that? He called me
At the end
a
of the day,
f***ing high
at the end of the day,
He
you're-
called me a high maintenance
You want to get home, right?
bitch.
You wanted to get home, right? Have you had anything to drink?
Earlier today on the beach at lunch at noon, we went to the Riki Tiki Tavern, and I did have a drink.
You know how much you had to drink?
Yeah, I had one pina colada.
Is that it?
That's it. I'm just f***ing crazy because you're being so mean to me and I'm trying to go home to my babies. I want to go to my children. I just want to go home. I don't want to go home to my babies.
This way right here? This way right here?
7 minutes wait for my flight on Southwest.
This way right here, okay? Right there.
Can you just stay here and wait?
Face the car for me, okay?
I just want to go home. Don't take it. Don't take it this far. Don't take it this far.
Unfortunately, this is where we are. We tried everything.
You didn't try.
We tried.
You didn't try. You didn't try to book on the next
tried.
flight home.
No, I didn't try to book you on a nice flight home. That's the Southwest.
Honey, no, you didn't. Please, just let me go home.
Let me get one from Jose.
I want to go.
That's the manager dude that we were talking to.
You don't have a witness statement.
Huh? No, I go get one. No, he doesn't have it, but I'm saying he'll fill it out.
Yo,
I got cat coming to do a search.
7 minutes late to my flight.
yo, you too much, man.
You're right. I am too much because I want to go home. I want to go home to Texas and Southwest because I'm 7 minutes late to my flight. Call Jose, the manager, who knows he's a gay guy and he hates who I talk to. I want to go home. Call him. Call him. I'm a f***ing scientist. I want to go home. 7 minutes late to my flight and I'm upset about it. I love Southwest too, but I'm 7 minutes late and they're arresting me.
Honey, we'll handle this. Okay? You have to get mad.
Okay, take me to jail because I got mad. Because I can't see my kid. He's a good white man. He's really ready to do whatever you're going to do.
Honey. Stand up, baby. Baby, stand up. Stand up, please. Stand up. Stand up.
You want to have a seat right here? You can have a seat right here.
Come on. Come on. Breathe, baby.
I want to go see my kids. I want to see my children. In Texas. Let go of me. I want to see my children.
Gentle. Olivia, just inside the car.
Do
Inside the
anything
car.
wrong.
Just sit in the car, baby.
Jose is doing
Just sit in the
this.
car. Just sit in the car. Just sit in the car.
Jose
Just
is
in the car.
doing
There
this
you
and
go.
fucking Diva is doing this.
Hey, we'll handle this, all right? We'll handle this.
Help! Jose, the fucking Diva.
Hold on.
Who fucking hates me. He's
Honey.
fucking laughing right now.
Honey.
Go look at go look at it. Please let me go. My kid.
No, that's not going to be the case tonight. Come on.
No, please. Please.
I don't want to force you in this car.
Please let me.
If you give me under no recourse, I will.
The passenger was taken into custody for trespass after warning, with disorderly conduct documented on scene. The final disposition of any charges could not be independently confirmed in public court records, and is presented here as unverified. The Orlando Police Department earns an A- for repeated de-escalation, clear warnings, and minimal force on a lawful arrest. The passenger receives a D for refusing every off-ramp, and her companion earns a C, well-meaning, but ineffective. Several lessons stand out. A person can curse at staff and police all day. But the moment a lawful order to leave is refused, that refusal, not the words, becomes the actual. The second lesson is to comply first and contest later. The place to fight an unfair denial of boarding is a refund claim or a courtroom. Never a crowded terminal. Trespassing, where escalation only stacks trespass and disorderly charges onto the dispute. The third lesson is what a trespass warning really means. Once an authorized official says to leave, staying is no longer a gray area. It is probable cause. Walking away costs nothing, while remaining can cost a year-long ban and a night in jail. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for today's video. And if you found this content informative or compelling, please take a moment to like and subscribe. Turn on notifications so you will be first to know when we release new uploads. Our channel brings you fascinating police interactions, courtroom proceedings, and legal moments. We appreciate your support, and we will see you in the next one.